Okay, I find this name rather hilarious. Jihad Squad? Oh my god. Oh my goodness, that is perfect. It is, I mean, not perfect as in I believe all these ladies are jihadists by any stretch of the imagination. Just, I, I mean, one of the leaders is Ilhan Omar, and Rashida Tlaib is also of Muslim faith. So there's two of them are of the Muslim faith. I think it's hilarious. I really do. But some people don't get the joke. And this is coming to us from RT, which is Russian television. And it's Russian. Who knows? Who cares? They've been operating here in the States for a very long time. But they're the ones I found carrying this news. And I just wanted to talk about it. Jihad Squad meme with Omar and co. on Illinois' GOP page angers Democrats. Of course it does. That's the crew right there. Presley, Omar, Tlaib, and Ocasio-Cortez. There's a video of Tlaib wilding out at a Trump event actually before she got elected to Congress, which I find to be amazing. A Republican group has distanced itself from an altered movie poster that appeared on its Facebook page depicting four progressive congresswomen as the Jihad Squad. The post sparked outrage among local Democrats. The now deleted post appeared on the Illinois Republican County Chairman's Association Facebook page on Friday evening. The image is a doctored photo from the 2013 film Gangster Squad with the faces of Reps AOC, Omar, Presley, and Tlaib photoshopped on to the protagonist. And here's the photo right here. Jihad Squad. Political jihad is their game. If you don't, I guess, agree with the socialist ideology, you're a racist. And we live in amazing times, don't we? I'm sorry, I find this funny. I find this very, very funny. But, not everybody has a sense of humor. Okay, so political jihad is their game. If you don't agree with their socialist ideology, you're racist. Which is, I mean, they've been overplaying the racist card for a while now. Like, that hand has really been overplayed. And now it's just like the kid that cried wolf, Like, you sit there and cry about how racist something is all you want. Now it's going to more than likely fall on deaf ears. Because you have all these people doing their hoaxes and confusing Trump's words with racist rhetoric and all this other nonsense. And come on, man, like, seriously, when can we get back to having fun? It is unclear who created the poster, which circulated on social media for quite some time before an unknown GOP operative thought it would be a good idea to post it on the association's official page. That is one thing I wouldn't do. Like, come on, not on the official stuff. Like, if an elected official were to post something like that, I wouldn't recommend that they do it. But because guess what? Not everybody shares your sense of humor, and honestly, when it comes to politics, people take any opportunity to pounce and just rip you apart. So this is something I definitely wouldn't have greenlit on any official page or anything like that. But I do see the joke, and I think it's pretty funny. After the story broke in the local media on Sunday, the outraged Cook County Democratic Party demanded an apology and that the post be taken down, even though it had already been deleted by then. The Democrats slammed it as of course, a racist and inflammatory attack that perpetuates the recent attacks by President Trump. Golly, you can't have... Like, that's the thing. Everybody just wants to ruin fun, which is why it's so hard to have fun these days. The Illinois branch of the Republican Party was quick, of course, to distance itself from the post, saying it was unauthorized and promising to tighten up the internal review process. Local GOP leaders condemned the post, but also took the opportunity to criticize the squad, or the Jihad Squad, for their socialist policies and anti-Semitic language. The Republicans' usual line of attack against them, the same way the Democrats' usual line of attack is you're racist and you're a bigot and intolerant. So It's just a bunch of name calling as opposed to, okay, yeah, let me know how you, like, I understand how you feel about this. Can you see the other side, though? Because, shit, man, like, Jihad Squad's pretty funny. This is Sean Morrison. As the chairman of the largest Republican county organization in the state of Illinois, I am appalled by the most recent post on the Facebook page of the Illinois RCCA and their use of hateful rhetoric, and I am calling on them to immediately remove this post. That's right, sir. You stand on that virtue, because that's the thing. They get so they so scared of being called racist and that they just bow. They bend the knee, as opposed to, like, look, it is up there in jest. That this is not to be taken as some sort of, like, oh yeah, this isn't to be taken literally. All right, it was a movie poster and a pretty clever pun. That's it. Jihad Squad. I think it's the rhyme that makes it so funny to me. Trump has faced accusations of racism, naturally, for tweeting that four congressmen should go back to their own broken and crime-infested homelands. He didn't say that. And later, he did say that, but he was particularly speaking towards Omar. He wasn't. He just groups them all together because they're that Justice Dem squad. Like the Cenk Uygur squad that is supposed to infiltrate the Democratic Party and turn it into a socialist / communist entity. And so, this is pretty funny. Homelands, and later allowing the crowd at a rally to chant, "Send her back" for 13 seconds in reference to Omar. Like, the entire thing has ultimately been in reference to Omar. The other three are just, it's like Beyonce. But it's actually a more talented Destiny's Child, right? Because you have more than one Beyonce. AOC is definitely a Beyonce, and then you have Omar, who's another Beyonce as well. I can't even put her on a Kelly Rowland type level because she has her own questions that should really be answered. Taking heat from both Democrats and Republicans, Trump remained unruffled by the accusations and took another swipe at the squad, or the Jihad Squad, on Sunday, demanding that they apologize to America and Israel for the horrible / hateful things they have said. So that's the end of the story. And this is ridiculousness at its highest level. The Jihad Squad is a pretty clever pun playing on the whole angle, and like really just funny on its face. If you if you can't see the humor in that, and you just want to be like, this is so evil and racist and bigoted, grow up. Do me a favor and grow up, okay? No one's sitting there calling for anybody's death. And actually, speaking of death threats and the like, freaking Omar has been receiving them, and they're trying to make it seem as if a politician receiving death threats is anything crazy. But here's where I find it to be particularly funny, because people are getting arrested for making these threats, and that really shows how incredible this country is, where if you sit there and make what is deemed a legitimate threat towards someone regardless of their political position or what you feel about them, there will be someone there to lock them up and make sure that they can't carry out any of their foolishness. So it's just, when it comes to these four in particular, I've never heard a single one of them say anything remotely kind about how awesome this country is. Because, like America or not, we have advantages here. I mean, we are blessed beyond comparison to be members of this society, and to have these type of people do absolutely nothing but complain about how racist and how terrible the country that pays them over like these ladies, between the four of them, make over $500,000 a year. Actually, make well over $500,000 a year between all four of them, being paid by the American taxpayer, the same people who they feel are so terrible, so bigoted, and so racist. There's a fantastic disconnect that exists between all four of these ladies, and You can't really blame the Democratic Party, particularly the corporate end of the Democratic Party, from wanting to distance itself from them. But President Trump is like, nope, you're tied. You guys are married. He is tying the moderate or the corporate wing of the Democratic Party to this far more extreme wing of the Democratic Party. And, you know, he's like, yeah, I'm going to ride this to re-election in 2020. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So I wanted to do a video about this because I just think Jihad Squad is amazing as far as wordplay goes. Because I said in earlier videos that I thought that the squad was rather mundane, you know. I was like, oh man, like it's bland, it's so like generic, you know. But the Jihad Squad, son, I'm sorry, but that's talent. That is talent right there. So with that being said, all the internet stuff, if you liked it, toss it a like by all means. Share or dislike. I ain't scared of you. Share. No. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube's definitely not going to do it. And speak, let me know, what do you think in the comments? Is this really oh so offensive? Do you think I mean, because as far as I'm concerned, all is fair in political warfare, right? I mean, there's just words. You'll be okay. You'll like if someone really is aiming to kill you and they make such threats, then they get taken care of. Particularly if you're a member of Congress, like me. If somebody's like, "Hey Jay, I'm gonna murder you," and you know, what Secret Service about to come look for me? Hell no, I'm on my own. So. Really, you know, like to be protected in the manner in which they are by the United States, to have them turn around and just say how terrible the country is and do nothing but keep that track on repeat for a 12-hour car ride. I mean, come on, man. You gotta expect some kind of resentment and a bit of a blowback. But let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next one.